What if you could actually watch your brain's stress response in real time and then train it to improve focus, reduce anxiety, and even support better sleep? I recently had the chance to try the Muse S Athena brain sensing headband. Now, this device uses EEG sensors and algorithms to measure your brain activity, and it gives you real-time feedback through audio or visual cues and data. The idea here is to help you recognize your mental state as it's happening and gradually train your brain to stay calmer and more focused over time. Now, initially, I was very skeptical about this, but then I realized that Muse's devices have been trusted by institutions like Harvard, NASA, and the Mayo Clinic. So even though I was skeptical, I figured it was worth putting it to the test and giving you my honest review. So after months of testing, today I'm going to walk you through what actually worked, a key mistake that you'll want to avoid, and whether the science behind the Muse S Athena truly holds up. Now, when Muse first reached out, like I said, I was skeptical, like pharmacist level skeptical. So before I even agreed to try their latest device, I asked the people at Muse for scientific evidence. They actually sent me published research showing how their technology has been featured in over 200 third-party research studies, so I decided to give it a try. Now, in terms of technology, what really caught my attention was that the Muse S Athena measures both electrical activity and blood oxygen changes in the brain using something called fNIRS, or functional near-infrared spectroscopy. More on that in a moment. The Muse S Athena is their newest model, and it's the first consumer headband to combine both EEG and fNIRS. Together, these sensors give a more complete picture of brain performance. The EEG shows how efficiently your brain processes information, while fNIRS shows how much energy it's using to do it. As a healthcare professional, I always want to understand the mechanism behind how these devices work. So let's break down how this device actually interacts with your brain. The Muse S Athena has 5 EEG sensors, 2 on the forehead, 2 behind the ears, and 1 reference point. Plus, it also has a heart rate sensor and accelerometer, which detects body movement. Now, the EEG sensors capture brainwave patterns like alpha, beta, and theta. The fNIRS sensor measures blood oxygenation in the prefrontal cortex, essentially showing how much effort your brain is using. When your prefrontal cortex is working harder, it needs more oxygen, and fNIRS can detect that shift in real time. It's essentially a way of seeing how well your brain is being resourced during a task. They liken it to something like a VO2 max test, but for your brain. This gives you a sense of your mental endurance and how much effort you're actually putting in over time. These two systems work together to provide something Muse calls your mental strength score and cognitive performance score. Now, what's happening as you do these training sessions is that the device uses real-time brain data to help retrain your neural pathways for more efficient mental states, essentially helping your brain to work smarter, not harder. So how does this all work anyways? The way all of this works is that the headband pairs with the Muse app, which guides you through what they call brain training sessions. The first session I tried was the Mindflight exercise, using the owl that you see here. Your only job here is to guide the owl across the screen using your ability to stay focused on the owl. Now, earlier I mentioned that the headband uses a light-based sensor to detect changes in oxygenated blood flow to the prefrontal cortex, essentially showing when your brain is working harder. So in this exercise, that data becomes visual as your mental effort increases. As you focus on the owl, it flies faster and farther. When your mind wanders, it dips, and when you refocus, it lifts and glides forward again. At the end of the session, you get a strength score out of 100 based on how consistently you maintain that effort. With repeated sessions, you can actually see your focus and mental strength improve over time. This was a particularly fascinating exercise. It definitely required persistent effort, and it was an interesting way to measure focus and then see that data in real time. The Muse app also has meditation sessions for your mind, heart, body, or breath. Each of these use a different kind of biofeedback. For example, during a mind session, the app translates your brain activity into weather sounds that you hear in real time. When your mind is calm, you hear gentle rain and even birds. And when your mind is active, the rain gets louder. The mind sessions were actually one of my favorite parts of the experience. I would usually do them before bed, and the practice of calming my mind this way seemed to help me fall asleep faster and deeper most nights. Speaking of sleep, the Muse S Athena also includes a sleep mode featuring what they call digital sleeping pills. This mode uses an algorithm that responds to your brain activity as you fall asleep. The sounds gradually fade as your brain slows down and gently re-engage if you begin to wake up. Muse then translates your sleep data into a personalized sleep score out of 100, adjusted for your age and gender, and based on how quickly you fall asleep, how long you stay asleep, how often you wake up, and the time spent in each sleep stage. So in this case, unlike wrist wearables, Muse relies on the EEG, which is the only method that can accurately measure your brain's sleep stages with lab-level precision. During some of the sessions, you can even watch your brain waves in real time. After each session, you'll get a breakdown of your brainwave activity, so you can start identifying patterns and understanding what helps you unwind most effectively. There's actually growing evidence supporting this approach. A 2021 study led by Western University, Cambridge Brain Science, Hatch, and Interaxon found that the Muse S EEG-based sleep support improved Pittsburgh Sleep Quality Index scores by about 20% compared to control groups, suggesting meaningful improvements in sleep quality. I can definitely see how this can be an excellent form of sleep hygiene for so many people out there who struggle to get to sleep on a daily basis, and this is a way to do it without medication. Though I usually don't have trouble sleeping myself, I tested the sleep mode, and while the digital sleeping pills definitely helped me reach a deep state of relaxation, I personally found it really challenging to fall asleep with the headband on. What did surprise me though was how calm I felt after one of these sessions, and on the nights I did use it, my sleep genuinely felt deeper than usual. While using the Muse S Athena, I definitely started noticing some meaningful changes. I particularly enjoyed the sleep meditations and breathwork sessions, which I would often do before bed. I noticed that I was able to fall asleep much faster, and I seemed to feel more rested the next day. Now, one mistake I want to save you from is that early on I was having trouble getting the sensors above the ears to register properly. Before each session, the device pauses to check that every sensor has good contact so it can give you accurate readings. At first, mine kept failing that check, and so I just kept tightening the headband a bit more. As it turns out, the problem wasn't the tech, it was actually me. I had the headband on way too tight, and my hair was also covering the sensors near my ears. So once I loosened the headband a little bit and lifted the hair off of my ears, everything connected perfectly every time. So if you try it, remember, the band should feel snug but not uncomfortable, and good skin contact matters more than pressure. So once I got used to that setup, I stopped over-tightening the headband, and the Muse Athena became second nature, and it was extremely easy to use. So who do I think would really benefit from a device like this? One of the things I quickly realized is that a device like this isn't going to really help if it's something that you just try once or twice. Muse works best with repetition, and ideally you want to use it at least daily for a few weeks to get a good data set, and then get into the habit of using it at least a few times per week. I would say that first off, if you're someone who loves data and biofeedback, or if you already practice mindfulness and you actually want measurable feedback, this is definitely for you. If you are looking to enhance, improve, or just prioritize cognitive function, this is also something that you may want to consider. And for healthcare professionals who struggle with chronic stress or insomnia, you'll want to hear this. There was a pilot program at the Mayo Clinic where healthcare professionals used the Muse headband during a 26-week mindfulness study. The study revealed a 54% reduction in stress and burnout among healthcare workers who used the headband, along with significant improvements in resilience, quality of life, and cognitive function. Almost 92% said that they felt more relaxed after using it, and 73% plan to keep using it beyond the study. The truth is that a lot of healthcare professionals struggle with chronic exhaustion and even burnout, and I can easily see how having a device like this to use even just a few times per week would help to increase someone's window of tolerance when it comes to creating healthy coping strategies and resilience and dealing with high stress environments. For me personally, one thing I really appreciated was simply having the Muse S Athena waiting for me beside my bed each day. It became a daily reminder to pause, check in with myself, and actually notice how I was feeling at the end of the day. It nudged me to prioritize these sessions as a form of self-care on a more regular basis. And for those struggling with insomnia, I do believe that this is a very unique and practical non-drug measure that a person can implement as a form of sleep hygiene that would likely help to improve not only the quantity of someone's sleep, but the quality as well. Finally, this might be for you if you're someone who is just very curious about your own brain health, or even about your ability to focus and to train your brain to focus better. It's very easy to travel with, and actually the first time I used this, I was going out of town, and I usually find it really difficult to sleep in new places when I'm out of town. But this helped me sleep better while I was away in a new environment, and that alone was a huge game changer for me. So who would I not recommend this to? Is there anyone I would not recommend this for? I would say that the Muse S Athena may not be for you if you're only going to use it once or twice and then forget it. Because the benefits of the Athena really come with consistency, and the device offers a lot more in terms of features than what I could even mention in this video. So I think it would be a shame if you weren't able to use it to its full potential. Overall, my experience with the Muse S Athena turned out to be quite eye-opening. It helped me slow down, sleep better, and understand how my brain and body react to stress. And more importantly, how to retrain those reactions towards a healthier response. Something I think many of us need right now. For me, this whole experience was a reminder that brain health is self-care. When we take care of our brain, it shows up in everything else that we do. So if you want to try this out for yourself, you can get 15% off with the code Lindsay at choosemuse.com/Lindsay, and I will put a link in the description of the video as well. Muse also offers a 30-day return policy on their devices, so you can test it out and see if it genuinely fits into your routine without any pressure. So do you think a device like the Muse S Athena could play a role in supporting your own focus, stress management, or sleep? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care, stay curious, stay kind to your brain, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.